evening. Let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to talk to you all about why you deserve to be approved. Okay. You deserve to be approved. Okay. We're going to go right into today's session. All right. So, by the way, we get asked all the time, whether it's via email, whether it's a Facebook message, or just anything really. People are asking, can we help you with your credit scores? Okay. Yes, we can. We can help you improve your credit score, qualify for homeownership, as well as lower your monthly car payment. Okay. Scan that QR code right there on your screen or click the link inside of the chat. You can see how we took this person from a 557 credit score to a 684. All right. So now, first things first, many of you all do this. Now, it may not be everybody, but it's a lot of people that do this. Okay. So many people disqualify themselves before a lender ever does. Okay. You know how that is. When you say, oh, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to get approved, things of that sort. Listen, they assume a past mistake will block their future without even checking their current credit status. Do you know how many people say, I want to buy a home and they qualify for a home, but they just don't know it, right? They assume because they may have started the mortgage process months ago, years ago, and they were denied and they stopped trying ever since. Even adults, even adults, no one likes being denied. Adults don't like being denied. Kids don't like being denied. No one wants to hear the word no, depending on what it is, right? And so it hurts. And sometimes it hurts people so much so they don't want to try again. All right. This mindset creates a self fulfilling cycle of inaction and missed opportunity. All right. So here's the thing, you cannot miss out on the opportunity. You can't. You never know what's about to happen. Let me give you an example. Let me give you guys an example. I have a client. She was in the process of moving out of her grandparents' home. You guys heard this story. Either way, her grandmother was losing the property. Okay. And she wasn't in position to save the property. No one in the family was in position to save the property. So you know what she did? Let me tell you what she did. She says, Calvin, I have to be in position to get this property. If I don't, what's going to happen is we're going to lose my grandmother's building. I said, don't aren't there other family members that live in the property? She says, yes, but no one's in a position to save the property. So you never know when you're going to need to be in position. You never know when the opportunity. Somebody put opportunity inside the chat. Opportunity. You never know when the opportunity is going to present itself. It could be a family member, a friend. I see this all the time, especially in real estate. Let me show you all what she did. She reached out to me. I said, listen, this is all you need to do. I looked at her credit report. And I said, listen, these are the steps you need to take to qualify to save the property. You guys see what's right here on your screen? That's her right here. Signing paperwork, saving the property. Now I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking about the other story with Keisha. That's a whole nother story. This is different. This is Vanessa's story. I went to high school with Vanessa. And she says, listen, I need to be in position to save my grandmother's property. Okay. So listen, you can do this. The opportunity is coming. The opportunity is coming. Okay. All right. So listen, let's keep going. Is this good or good? Is it good? Yes or yes? All right. Let's keep going. Now, inside the 850 Club credit community, we shift your mindset first. Just by being here watching the channel. Welcome to 850 Club. It's different here. That's why it feels different to be here. See, most people just keep repeating the same stuff, credit and credit. Most people, not all, but most. I'm here. I want to expand your mind. I want to expand your mental. This ain't no cult, just so we clear. I'm just reminding you that your goal can be accomplished. Okay. But you got to remind yourself of these things. Check this out. William was thinking the same thing. When he says, listen, I have a win. His credit score went up 32 points from following the steps on his custom game plan. He says it's working, people. It works. Okay. Listen, only in the 850 Club Elite, only in the 850 Club Elite. Scan that QR code. Here, let me put the link inside the chat here as well. And we're going to keep going here as well. But I know some of you guys say, listen, I got goals I want to accomplish. If you got goals you want to accomplish, put goals inside of the chat, guys. Put goals, GOALS. Put goals inside the chat, guys. If you got a goal that you're looking to accomplish this year, okay? This year. I see Elite is in the building. Listen, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh man, people not really having success inside the Elite. Elite, let them know. If you all are part of the 850 Club Elite, put Elite inside the chat. I'm telling you, we deep. These are people that are growing. You listen, if you want to accomplish your goals this year, get around some people, go get around some goal setters, get around some 850 Club Elite. We're not just talking, we walking it. Credit score is going up, buildings being purchased. We're gonna show you. Don't worry. We're gonna show you. People getting approved for new credit cards, high limits, auto loan approvals every day. It's something happening every day. You know why something happening every day? Because they're around people where success is the habit. We'll get into some of y'all habits in a minute. So the first approval you need is from you. And that comes from education and community support. Okay. Now, not just this, listen, this has nothing to do with the 850 Club. We're talking about your friends, your family. Who are you spending time with? Right. That's where that comes from. But that's the thing. You got to also learn along the way. I was telling my son this earlier today. I said, don't be lazy in learning. Don't be lazy in learning. Okay. Listen, the stuff you learn in school, you're going to use maybe 30% of that. After about that, it's real life. Okay. Y'all got to remind y'all kids, real life is on the way. You over here crying about some stuff now, it's only going to get harder, and not in a negative way. Because see, that's the thing. We don't set expectations properly. I'm here to set your expectations. Okay. When you understand how the credit system works, you stop fearing it and you start controlling it. Somebody put control inside the chat. Somebody put control. You are in control. If you're tired of paying high interest every time you get a car, come on now. You bought cars in your 20s. You bought cars in your 30s. You bought cars in your 50s, your 40s. How long are you going to keep paying high interest? How long? This is what you should be asking yourself. How long are you going to keep saying that I want to buy rental property? How long? It can happen this year. Listen, somebody posted this on my Facebook page, not on my page. I feel sound like I'm getting older. Someone posted this on my Facebook. Well, technically it wasn't my page, it was on my news feed. And they posted today. Check this out. And they said that, oh man, it was on the tip of my tongue too. But let me circle back. But that's the thing. We have to remember that we are in control. We have to remember that we are in control. Okay. And that's the thing. We got to set expectations. And that's what I want to make sure you do. You have to remind yourselves. You have to remind yourselves. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Knowledge breeds confidence, which lenders can see in your application decisions and financial moves. Right? Listen, when you're applying to get that house, they're looking to see how long you've been on your job. They're looking to see, are you stable? They're looking to see, what are you willing to commit to? That's really all credit is. That's really all getting approved is. That's really all relationships are. It's about commitment. Are you committed to the job? Are you commit? Do you have stability? Are you committed to the business? Whatever it is. Is there consistent money coming in? Are you consistently paying bills? Right? Because you're asking to borrow money. This isn't $200. This is $200,000. This is $400,000. This is $700. We just got somebody. We just helped someone get a pre-approved. They're in Virginia. I think it's either Virginia or South. I think it's South Carolina. It is South Carolina. $700,000 we helped them get pre-approved. They watch the channel just like you. They may be watching now. Okay, let us know in the comments. But either way, again, you're that close. You're closer than you think. Somebody put that in the comments. You're closer than you think. You're closer than you think. You want to buy a home? Listen, let's confirm it. You might be there. You want to go ahead and trade that car in? You might be there. You want to get that high limit credit card? You already qualify. Now, I don't want you to be like, well, man, I already qualify. Calvin said, no, wait. Some of you all don't qualify, but many of you all do. Whatever that is, right? And if you don't qualify, I got great news for you. Y'all ready? If you do not qualify, if you don't qualify for a home and you want to buy a home, if you don't qualify to trade that car in, but you want to trade that car in, if you want to get out the apartment and you don't qualify to get out of the apartment, I got great news for you. I can help you. I can help you. Not just me. There are people in the community that can help you. They want to see you win. See, some of you all haven't been around enough people that want to see you win. Now, that I'm not blaming other people, but there are times when we feel human. We get down, right? We forget things, right? Sometimes we need to be reminded. And see, when you're around success, guess what happens to you? If you're around negative people, chances are you're going to be negative. You won't even know it. If you are around complaining people, chances are you'll be complaining and you won't even know it. If you're around financially struggling people, now don't get me wrong. Watch where I'm going. I'm saying spending too much time. I'm talking all day, every day, weekend, mornings, nights, vacations. You say, well, some of them is my close family. You need to take a break. You need to get around some people. So sometimes you got to be the one. Okay. Sometimes it's you. You got to be the one. It might have to be you that saved the family. It might have to be you to get the education, to come back and say, hey guys, remember we've been talking about buying a home. All of us have been talking about home ownership. Yeah. I found out how to do it. What happens when you come back to people and say, I found out how to do it? I found out how to buy a home. I found out how to buy rental property. I found out how to lower my car payment. I found out how to get high limit credit cards. What happens then? What happens when it's you that can change the family tree? Man, that's some good stuff, right? Knowledge breeds confidence, and which leaders too, can see in your application decisions and financial moves. Let's keep going. We show people how to rebuild their belief, not just their credit scores. We got people that are believing in themselves again. You should hear them. They got the nerve. There are people in the community that got the nerve to talk about how close they are to home ownership. We got people that's in the community that got the nerve to think that they're ready for their second property. We got people that's got the nerve to get approved for auto loans. What are you doing getting approved? You know why? Because they believe in themselves. They believe in themselves. Some of you guys think this is kindergarten stuff. Some of you guys think that this is some type of motivational talk. No, I'm just reminding you. It feels good to be reminded. It feels good when someone doesn't want to, when someone, hey, listen, when someone says, I just want to see you grow. I just want to see you accomplish your goal. I just want to see you win. I want to see you win. We don't talk about me on this channel. Why? Not in a bad way. I know what it feels like to get a car repossessed. I know what it feels like to get evicted. I know what it feels like. Right? So I'm saying, man, when I start working at the dealership, I said people need to know this information. They say, Calvin, you're wasting your time. People don't want to learn this. Every day you all watch this channel, you're proof that I was right. Appreciate you guys being here. Watch this. Your credit report is just a snapshot. It doesn't define your worth or potential. Some of you guys are at 300 watching me, 400s, in the 500s. You're under 600. Listen, that score don't mean that score is not you. You need to get it up though, right? We don't want to be naive. We don't want to be say, oh, well, I ain't my score. You may want to save some money. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Somebody put in the comments, it's about how much you keep. You can make 100,000, but how much are you keeping? How much are you keeping? You can make 50,000. How much are you keeping? How much is yours? Right? I was on a phone call the other day. It was like a panel, and one of the guys get on there. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing about 10 million gross. Sounds great." And I'm not knocking it. Like, listen, I'm glad to be in amongst people like that, right? But then he went into how much he was keeping. I'm like, oh, well, you may need to change industries, my brother. It's about how much you're keeping, right? How much you're saving, how much you're investing, how much you're pouring into yourselves. Some of you guys listen, there's nothing wrong with buying material items. Enjoy yourself, but don't forget to pour into yourself. How much you pouring into yourself? I love trap music. Listen, Gucci Mane and Boss Man D-Lo came out with a song the other day. Some of y'all have no idea who I'm talking about, but some of y'all do. I'm playing it, blasting it. But I also make time to grow. I make time to grow. We're growing, okay? Listen, whether you've been denied for a loan or just doubting your next step, this channel, I am here to guide you forward. Welcome to the 850 Club. Now, here's the deal. If you want to accomplish your goals this year, subscribe to this channel right now. Now, if you want to accomplish your credit goals faster, you need to get into the 850 Club Elite. Listen, y'all remember Carl? How many of you guys remember Carl? What's going on, Carl? Appreciate you being here, sir. Listen, Carl says major increase, guys. He went from a 563 in April. This says April 1st. April 1st, 563. Watch this. April 28th, he's a 647. Listen, he says major increase only in the 850 Club Elite, guys. Let me put that link back in the chat. I see the chat is going crazy. I'll be inside of there in 1 second. Make sure I'm going to put that back in there so you guys can actually see this. Okay. Accomplish your credit goals faster in the 850.
Glad I invested in myself, to be able to do this. It's absolutely amazing. Let me get my thoughts together or whatever, because it's so much to this. Because listening to you and the different people that you brought on, and all the different gems and just knowledge that you and the guests have had, man, it's amazing, man. Man, I love you. I love everything that you guys do, man. You guys really care, and y'all are great. I love this whole community.
Listen, people love the community. You know why? Because they're accomplishing goals. They're around positive people. Listen, he wanted to consolidate his debt. Boom, no problem. Showed him how to improve his credit score. Got his credit score up exactly where it needed to be so he can consolidate his debts. That wasn't all we did. Once he did that, boom, his credit score went back up again. Okay, listen, this is somebody who was at a 753. It went down. Sometimes the credit score goes down and we have no idea why. Sometimes we start using some of our credit cards faster than what we thought, and we have no idea why. I showed him, I said, listen, this is what we got to do. We need to consolidate your debts, put them into one payment. He says, how do I do that? I said, listen, all we need to do is increase this credit score. Get it here. You'll qualify. He got it there. He followed the steps. See, some of you all need a coach. Somebody put coach inside the comments. Some of you all need a coach. There's nothing wrong with a coach. You can get there faster with a coach. You can get there faster. Your learning curve will be shorter with a coach. Okay. The coach reminds you. The coach has seen this before. I've seen the bankruptcy. I've seen the eviction. I've seen the charge off. I've seen the collection. I've seen the person that let me get a better example. I've seen different type of situations where you may have co-signed for someone. You may be an authorized user on an account you need to get off of right now, but you haven't talked to a coach. You're talking to your cousin about credit. Your cousin has seen maybe a handful of credit reports. Most people have seen a couple of credit reports. I got bad news. Most people can't help you. And not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. What here? Let me give you another example. I don't even want to get their feelings hurt. Watch this. How many doctors are in your phone outside of your main doctor? Now, unless that's your profession, if that's not your profession, then you may have a handful of doctors in your phone that you can get on the phone right now, right? Lawyers, these are people that's in specialty industries. Okay. People don't spend time to learn how credit works. I've seen over 10,000 credit reports. So, of course, it was no problem. He got approved for an $11,000 limit credit card, Navy Federal. Moving on. Elite member of the day. Elite member of the day. Watch this. Shout out to Kimberly. And it's so many
Man, it's
members in
been
here,
amazing.
but this honestly is just a recent story that happened with Kimberly. Check this out. Now, Kimberly's been working really hard to work. She's been working on her credit scores, things of that sort. But check this out, guys. She got a Capital One. She got approved for a credit card. Approved for a credit card. Now, I know some people are thinking, well, man, you know what, Calvin, I'm past that. I'm at 600. I'm at 700. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person that's right now trying to rebuild. I'm talking about the person right now that's probably giving up hope. I'm talking about the person that's trying to figure out how to buy a house this year. I'm talking to the person that's thinking like, man, can I really get a rental property this year? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We can go 2 units. We can go 3 units. We can go 4 units. We're getting approved in 2025. If you have goals in 2025, put 2025 inside the comments. This was one of her goals, to improve her credit score, and she's doing it. She's rebuilding it. It's okay to rebuild, right? See, some of you all can't find the solution because you keep dancing around the problem. Some of you all can't find the solution because your ego won't let you find the problem. You say, oh, I don't need to learn nothing new. How are you going to fix new problems if you are the same old person? You fixing new problems with old tricks. Come on now. You need to know what's going on. You need to listen. It's okay to call a spade a spade. It's okay to take responsibility. We are adults. Take responsibility. If you were late, you were late. If you didn't know, you didn't know. Right? If you didn't pay them, you didn't pay them. Right? If you didn't apply, you didn't apply. Some of these things are on you. But here's the best thing about all of this. You are above ground. And you have another opportunity. What you decide to do with this next 24 hours is on you. But you can't keep blaming people. Don't be a blamer. You blaming the economy. You blaming the president. You blaming your job. You blaming the economy. You blaming the weather. You probably blaming your kids. You blaming the car. You blaming gas prices. A mirror costs a couple dollars. Just buy one. You got a mirror on your phone. Go to your phone right now. Go to the camera app. Press the button that switches to selfie mode. Look at that phone. Start with that person. Do you know why? Do you know why you want to start with you? Let me give you a couple of examples why. Is it easier to change you, or is it easier to change Donald Trump? You're not going to change him. Is it easier to change you, or is it easier to change the weather? You're not going to change the weather. Is it easier to change you, or is it easier to change these banks' interest rates? You can't do nothing about the rates. People are trying. Right? I can go down this list, this long list. Is it easier to change the boss at your job? Is it easy? You can't do this. I'm telling you, it's going to be easier if you start with you. You need to become more valuable. You need to become more knowledgeable. You need to learn something. It's okay to learn something. You say you want to buy a house. When was the last time you learned something about home ownership? You say you want to be a landlord. When was the last time you learned something about being a landlord? You say you want to improve your credit score. When was the last time you watched the video, took notes, and actually took action? Some of you all are addicted to learning, and there's nothing wrong with that. Please get your learn on. Here's the problem. You're allergic to action. You're allergic to execution. The story goes, there was a man that was working on a beautiful garden, and somebody walks past the guy. He walks past the garden and says, man, you and the good Lord made a beautiful garden. And the guy says, well, thank you. But you should have seen this when God had it all by himself. Hope you guys got that. What does that mean? That means you play a role. You play a role. Okay. Can things be a beautiful garden? Listen, it most definitely can. You got to water the seed. You got to, you all being here is watering your seed, right? You're learning the information. Some people have left already. They're not serious. Everybody can't be serious. Everybody can't be serious. You know why everybody can't be serious? Somebody got to somebody got to do something, right? Somebody got to clean the bathroom up when you go to the baseball game. I'm not knocking the job, but I'm saying everyone's going to get off at a certain level. It's an elevator. Y'all think y'all here for credit. No, this is mental. It's an elevator. And some people just get off at level 2. They said, this is good enough for me. Said, fam, you didn't have to get on the elevator. You could have just took the stairs. Right? You got to see, some of you all are around too many people that get off on earlier floors. You say, all right, man, I'm going to go ahead and get off on floor number 3. Really? We just got up in here. Damn, we already at floor 3. You a 10th floor person. You an eagle trying to figure out why these chickens can't fly with you. Come on. Man. Shout out to Kimberly. Setting a goal, watching a YouTube channel, joining the elite, taking action. And we are making history. We are making history. George told me the other day, he says, man, you got a lot of people's future in your hands. This ain't nothing new to me. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's get into the comments, man. I know it's been crazy. Hope this information was good. Grinding for the Bag is here. Grinding for the Bag is here. Listen, y'all know Grinding finally came into the 850 Club Elite. Let me brag on Grinding real quick. Let me brag on some people. I told you it ain't about me. You want to know about me? Listen, I make a full-time living helping people. That's it. Watch this. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and see what Mike has been up to. Let's go Michael. Where he at? He always got something going on. Watch this. Oh, y'all can't see this. Hold on. We're going to talk about grinding for the bag here. Watch this. Watch this. So check this out. So if you guys were on a previous live, okay, because y'all know it'd be the same. It's like 55 people watching this live. It's the same, all of us. It's probably about 30, 40 like regular people. Then we get some new people at all this, which is good. I'm not tripping. Watch this. So Mike said on a live about 2 weeks ago, he says, Calvin, he's in a live. He was in the comments. He in there now, I'm sure. He's still in, I'm sure. And he says, listen, man, I got this car situation that's going on. Y'all remember that? I said, Mike, just join the 850 Club Elite. You know why? You know why? I told him that because 2 things. One, when you pay, you pay attention. When you pay attention. That's number 1. I need to get your attention. I don't do this. It's not for the money. There's 2,000 free videos. Trust me, it's not the money. I'm all for what you're going to get when you get around the information. When you get around people learning, when you get around people doing, guess what happens? It rubs off on you. You are your environment. Listen, I dare you to start doing some research on how the polar bear became the polar bear. Okay? So again, you are a product of your environment. You got to change your environment. You said, well, Calvin, I can't change my environment every day. No, you can't. But listen, spend an hour in another environment. Spend 30 minutes in another environment. Learn something that'll put you in another environment. Either way, Mike says, hey, listen, Calvin, listen, this is my situation. I keep telling y'all, I've seen everything. I have seen everything. I have seen everything. 1 bankruptcy, 2 bankruptcies, 3 bankruptcies, 4 bankruptcies, 6 bankruptcies on one person's credit report. I've seen it all. 400 credit score. I've seen 300 credit scores. I've seen everything. There's nothing I haven't seen. Let's keep going. I said, Mike, this is what you need to do. Look at what happens when you listen to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not PenFed. I didn't approve him, but I know what they're looking for. I know listen, Mike qualifies for up to 4 units. He does. So again, but I sometimes you need someone to tell you this. You need to be around people reminding you that you are this close to where you say you want to be in your life. So check this out. This situation he got, Man, we have, not only does he have this solution, I'm making sure he has options. Somebody put options inside the chat. See, when you start getting your stuff together, you're going to start to have options. Some of you all don't have no options. You're driving the car you have because you had no options. You live in the neighborhood you live in because you positioned yourself to where you have no options. Your bank account looks like what it does because some of you guys think, keyword, some of you all think you have no options. In order for us to do something different, we got to think different. In order for us to do something new, they have to learn something new. There's a book called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. Some of you all you're trying to reach the next level. You can't listen. You got to grow. Congratulations, Mike. Congratulations, sir. That ain't all that's happening in Elite. We got, man, so much stuff going on in Elite right now. Check this out. Listen, look at Greg. 20 minutes. He knew I was going to go live. Look, he says, thanks for the advice. My score has risen 40 points. Look at that. 40 points. Come on now. Come on. I'm just scrolling. Right? I'm just scrolling. Look, Mike over here, listen, he been cutting it. He done cut himself from alcohol 4 months ago. That's difficult. That's what I'm talking about. That's difficult. I got a lot of clients they struggling with that. Right? Listen, let's see what else we got. 3 hours ago. So I just reached out to Navy Federal about my credit limit increase. They denied me because the rules have changed. Told me 3 months ago I got to wait. Yeah, he been there with a short period of time. So no worries. Right? So listen, it's so much stuff that's going on. Let me go into this right here. Yonobi, credit score is going up. She had multiple days where the score went up. Look at that. 4 points May 17th. Look at that. 8 points on the 16th. That's almost every day. Either way, let me go back. Y'all get the gist. Goals are being accomplished, right? Booker says Elite's in the house. All right. Appreciate you being here. All right. What's going on? Bama Chick, appreciate you being here. Kamari's in the house. Elite is in the house. I'm at work. I'll catch the playback. Appreciate you being here, sir. All right. That dude, Derek, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. Grind is in the house. He said, just got one of my older addresses deleted. There you go, sir. Getting everything cleaned up, man. All right. Everyday Elevate says opportunity. Some of you all are missing out on these things. Servant Teacher Nikki says opportunity. Right? You say you ready for, you say you want to buy property, but you're not in position. You need to get in position first. Don't wait for it to happen. You need to get ready for it to happen. Be ready to receive it. Listen, this is not church. I'm just reminding y'all. But I'm saying, when I say receive it, get ready to receive whatever you say you want, right? You say you want the house. We need to start thinking about what furniture going to look like. But more than just manifestation, manifest is part of it. Because you got to see it first. You got to see what's not in front of you. That's manifesting. That's vision. I get that. But you got to be realistic and say, where am I at now? What do I need to do now? Some of you all don't know what to do now. What are you supposed to be doing right now? What are you supposed to be doing tomorrow? What are you supposed to be doing next week, this month, this year? You say you want to do certain things, but you don't know the next step. I'm trying to get you there. Kofo Blue says goals. That's what it's about. Elite is in the house, man. They deep in here. Y'all ain't messing around. Y'all see who's in control? Y'all see this? They're winning. They are winning right now. They better be winning. That's what it's all about. He says, I took the little advice you told me. He said, that little advice. Listen, these are gems. And I want you all to pay attention to it. And by little, he's not saying minuscule. He's talking about, you just gave me just a couple sentences and he got approved for 12,000. You know why? Because I know what the banks want to see. I'm telling you, I do this. Listen, it's a lot of, listen, man. Every 5 years, there's a wave of people, maybe 4 or 5 years. Every 4 or 5 years, there's a wave of people that get into the credit industry, just like the real estate industry. They kind of follow each other. And it's just a wave. And before you know it, it's all these people talking about credit and giving advice and all. Listen, it's nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you this, all they know is disputes. That's all they know is sending letters and CFPB. We got that. We got it. But some people need a strategy. Okay. Mike needed a strategy. Some of you all don't need, listen, this is why you are stuck, because you keep thinking it's one thing you need to do. Don't get me wrong. Some of you all, it is one thing, but many of you all is multiple steps. He says, Calvin, what do I need to do? I said, listen, this is what you need to do. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This is what you got to do. It takes work. That's why it feels irritating, because it's work. It's work. Man. Listen, here's another way to say it. If it was easy, everybody would be there. Okay. All that plays a role. Okay. So again, this is why you guys got to get into the 850 Club Elites. Now listen, y'all in time too. The 90-day credit boot camp kicks off tomorrow. We had a bad storm last week. Y'all saw these tornadoes, man. Now, luckily, we didn't get hit with like stuff as heavy as St. Louis and the rest of it. It was strong wind, knocking out power lines and stuff, going crazy. We had to reschedule it to tomorrow. So you still got time to get into the boot camp. Y'all better get in. It starts tomorrow. First day is tomorrow. Look at that. Shout out to you, sir. He says, listen, he just took a couple sentences and got pre-approved for an auto loan. Here's the thing. He can get approved for more. Somebody put more in the comments. Somebody put more. You can get approved for more. You can. I know he can. Every time. Grounded says you're closer than you think. You know why he said that? Because he was closer than he thought he was. Marcus is in the building. We got a landlord in the building. Y'all don't believe me. Let me show you. See, all I'm doing is just typing people's name. Listen, they're the ones that's crazy enough to keep listening to me. Don't blame me, blame them. They the ones that keep doing this stuff. Watch this. Y'all remember this? 26 days ago. Y'all see that? 26 days ago, he was putting in an offer on a property. This is 26 days ago. Y'all are watching history. You all are witnessing history. You're witnessing something that his great grandkids, y'all hearing me? His great grandkids will be like, man, I'm so glad he bought this property. Y'all are seeing it happening right now. That was 26 days ago. Watch this. Where's Marcus at with it now? I got to start doing this a different way. Where's it at? He had an appraisal the other day. Let me just type that in. He had an appraisal the other day. Why am I talking about him? Because I know some of y'all say y'all want to do this. I'm just letting you know it's real. Look at this. Look, 4 days ago, we're at the point now. I got a meeting there with my realtor lender for the next stage. Right? Get back. Yep. I like equity. I'll keep you guys posted. 4 days ago, y'all are seeing it happen. It's unfolding. Man, I can go all day. Anyway, let me go back. I'm trying my best to stay. I'm trying my best to stay here. I'm trying my best. Okay. But anyway, listen, right? Listen, Grounded says, I didn't believe I was going to get approved for that auto loan. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, sir. I kept telling you. I'm going to tell everybody that's watching the same thing I told Grounded. The faster you tell me what you're trying to accomplish, and the faster you tell me your situation, the faster I can give you the strategy. It's just that simple. It's about how much you keep. And if you can't get it from me, I bring people in. Everything. See, I'm humble enough to know I don't know everything. See, some people, they say, look at me, look at me, look at me. They get on stage, they say, look at me, look at me, look at me. Listen to me only. No. No. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to grow too. I want to take some notes too. Right? I want to shut up too. I'll be right there. I want to be taking notes. Right? I'm a student too. So that's the problem. Some of you guys want to be a student. What's going on? Coach Carter's in the house. Right? We got you. Elite is in the house. Whoa. Coach Carter says, I just got approved for an apartment in Texas. Still doing home ownership, but I got to wait a bit. Don't worry. Congratulations. That was on your list. We got you. Marcus says, I just signed my disclosure today. You know why? Because he's being coached. Show me a basketball player that just learned from the streets versus somebody who's being coached. Show me a golfer. Come on, where my golfers at? Show me a golfer that's just play on the weekends with their friends, getting beat up on versus somebody that's got a coach. Show me somebody who's brand new to swimming and they just getting pushed in the pool versus somebody who got a coach. Come on, man. Come on. Or y'all trying to figure out what's holding y'all. Here's a crazy part. Some of you all are trying to figure out why you're not where you need to be. And that's because you're dragging your feet on getting a coach. Oh, well, Calvin, he's just trying to. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know it's here. I'm just letting you know. Right. And outside of this, don't worry. These free videos is better than most of the stuff that some people paying for. I know it. I know it. Why? Because we're always learning here. I want to make sure you guys are getting closer. I care about you all getting closer. Okay. That's what it's all about. It's all good. Risa, appreciate you being here. Linda says she know what it is. Got to get a coach. 2025. We got people in here that say they got goals. The biblical journey says she got goals in 2025. Right? Either way, guys, Kofo Blue says take responsibility. Listen. Marcus says blame on the alcohol. Coach says blame on the church. Apostle Jones is in the house. Apostle Jones in the house. Appreciate you being here. That went over most heads. They know what it is. They know what it is. Appreciate you being here. Right? Mike says, Calvin, 10th floor, go to the penthouse. You better believe it. Flip says, yo. That's right. Apostle says, I'm working, trying to work everything and help others at the same time. That's right. Absolutely. Mark's, okay. Elevate, everyday elevate. What's going on? Okay, perfect. That's Mark. Okay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you being here. All right. Listen, guys. All right. Biblical Journey says, I need a one-on-one. Listen, we got you. Listen, go to the 850club.com if you want to see all of our credit options. But I'm telling you, the 850 Club Elite is where you most definitely want to be. Okay. That's where you want to be. Linda says, hey, Calvin, I want to buy a house in June. Can you be my realtor, please? Listen, we most definitely could work this out. Linda, if you're in Illinois, we're gonna make this work. Now, even if you're outside the state, we have partners in different states. So yes, we most definitely got you. Flip says, I'm joining as soon as I get for credit cards and taxes, 425, 0% utilization. I'm a close. Yep. Authorized users. Listen, we can most definitely make it happen. Apostle Jones says, I learned from you too. I appreciate that. All right. And Grinder says, I have big goals in 2025. Won't stop till I get to the top. I'm putting for all the goals. That's right. I know you can. That's right. Coach Carter says, Calvin, I'm glad you took my advice about the boot camp. Oh, listen. You know what's crazy? We technically that was our credit mastery. We just added something to it as well. But I appreciate you just reminding us that that's what everybody needs, that everybody still wants to get the information, right? And so, listen, I love the feedback. Keep us posted on what you guys like, what you guys want more of, what you guys want to learn, right? Because that's going to keep things going for sure. All right. But either way, guys, listen, I got to get up. I got to get up out of here. Listen, you guys can catch us inside the 850 Club Elite. I'm going to put the link back inside of there as well. Let me go and grab this real quick. All right. So here, you want to get to your goals fast. If you want to get to your goals fast, you need to scan this QR code or click the link inside the chat below. Get in there. All right. Booker McCoy is knowing some Scotty Scheffler. You know what it's all about. Got some golfers in the building. All right, then, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. Listen. This is my last. I'll probably remind you guys tomorrow. The Credit Mastery Bootcamp, day 1 is tomorrow. It was last week. There was bad storms. I had to reschedule. I didn't know what my internet signal was going to be like. It's going down tomorrow. If you want to get in, if you want to qualify for a home in 90 days or less, get inside of the Elite. If you want to lower your car payment in 90 days or less, get inside of the 850 Club Elite. If you want to get high limit credit cards, business funding, this is where you want to be. I keep telling you all. Either way,